And we are back, special guest, the star at the moment. Congratulations, Arjun, 2800, fantastic achievement. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Like not particularly because of 2800, but because I won the game against a stronger player, and 2800 is like an added bonus.
Okay, now people will say it should be published, so you will raise a little bit more. But anyway, I guess you're quite happy how it went. Let's check the game. From my point as a commentator, was very tough, very complicated.
Yeah, it was indeed very complicated game. There were many critical moments. Yeah, we can go to.
Yes, let's go. So, okay, you were blitzing those. That was expected, or because he plays also e5.
Yeah, he plays a lot of lines, so like I checked everything briefly.
Okay, so that was blitzed. You were blitzing those moves, sort of, and then came this moment. You push c4, cd. I thought that your idea is to play d6. That was I was commentating,
yeah,
and to have this type of position.
Yeah, I saw this exists, but when I saw knight c3, I got a bit too excited and I played it.
So it was not prepared?
No, this was not prepared.
Okay. Anand was here in the studio and we were joking a bit how somehow you just play, you take risks. It was not something they were doing this before in his time. So knight c3 was over the board inspiration, yeah?
Yeah.
But he was sort of reacting fast,
He took his time, I think, which was a right decision, and he found the best continuation. And after the ed5...
So he played, just a sec, so I lost it. So knight c3, d5, knight d5, bishop c5, castle,
and
everything.
This is a very good continuation, and at this point I was really regretting not playing d6. And I thought I could even be slightly worse here.
Okay, you played knight e3.
Yeah, and so when I was thinking here, I thought I was worse. And then between knight c3 and knight e3, I felt knight e3 was better. And after I played it, I realized it's not so simple for him because now bishop h7 is a threat. And
yeah, because you can of course play bishop h7, queen h5 at some stage, but it doesn't mean much.
Yeah.
So queen h5.
And here queen h5 means a lot because if he goes h6, I can go queen g6.
Yeah.
And then I get queen h7. So he played g6, bishop g6.
You took and he played queen e7.
Bishop e4.
Yes.
And
he played...
one of his options was to take the exchange, but I have very good compensation. I have one pawn and his king is weak, his pawn on e5 is not great.
Yeah, engine usually fight in this type of position, but for human it's quite hard, right?
Yeah.
To play this with black.
Yeah, of course it's playable, but white's play is much easier.
So here I was curious, some details started, why rook f4 is important,
So he basically wants to tell me that he doesn't want to give up his bishop for the rook. And yeah, I was also expecting rook f4.
I was showing some line, for example, if you go knight d5, bishop d5, bishop d5,
in
king
hindsight, I should have done
and let's say g3, that he has this type of things to make a draw.
No, here
and takes and bishop queen c5 at the end. I thought that
yeah, there was many executions of this, so maybe you can give me the mouse and I can
sure.
The lines. So here one of the things was rook f2, bishop f2, but I can just go king g2, and my king is very safe with ideas like bishop e4, rook c1 or rook f1. His king is very weak. So although the material count is equal, this is trouble for him, I thought. And if he moves the rook, now I can go rook a2, I protect this, and my bishop will get the e4 square. And g3 is important here because if I go rook a2 directly, now he goes queen c4 and I can no longer play this. It's very important to kick the rook first. But the reason I didn't go for this was after g3 he takes on a1, gf4, bishop d4, and I didn't believe this is a lot of chances. And when I played bishop d5, I was liking my position, but then I realized he can take, and he had this very good move, rook f7. So the point is, if I take on e5, now there's not much attack because the bishops are traded. and otherwise he's threatening to trade the bishops. And if I come back, it's very similar to the position, but the rook was on f8, now it's on f7. So that makes a huge difference because h7 is protected, b7 is protected. So his queen is free, he can go queen f6, and I thought this could even be slightly worrisome for me. So here I thought I should try to bail out with this. But
it's hard to move the pawns, right?
Yeah. I think he missed rook f7 in this line, which is critical in my opinion. If not for that, it's very awkward to defend the e5 pawn. And he played this, and I was pleasantly surprised to see this. And to be honest, I thought I was doing quite well. I do see that the engine says it's equal. And yeah, this was one critical moment. I thought he could go for queen b3. So when I went for this, I thought I can go knight c2. But what I did not realize was he can take, bishop f2, rook f2, and he has this intermediate queen b1 check.
And he takes.
Yeah, he takes with a check, and yeah, this is a drawn endgame. If he doesn't do queen b1, then there is queen e5, and I thought this is some pressure. So yeah, b6 was definitely a mistake. And if bishop c5, I take the pawn and then get this knight back to e3. And yeah, at this point I could feel that I'm much better, like with this bishop here, there's no compensation for the pawn. And I was trying to consolidate by getting my queen to e4. And here he played some tricky moves. Here I guess I should have been more careful and played queen h5. I played queen h6, intending to keep an eye on this rook.
Yeah, he was happy when he made queen c4.
Yeah, queen c4 was a very strong move.
Yeah, and then he's targeting. The point is he targets a4 or.
Exactly. So now the point is, I can go rook d2 or rook e1 or queen h5, and then this rook moves like rook to f6, attacks my queen, and just takes this pawn. So suddenly his king is safe, and he gets back this pawn. I played queen h5, and I think after rook f3 I'm not even better. I was very worried of this. But I was extremely happy to see rook f5.
He missed it, yeah?
Yeah. No, I think he thought this is fine because he got his pawn back at the end of this line. But his rooks are a bit awkward now. And I thought maybe he should go rook g5 and try to consolidate. e4 was a bit too slow, I would say, because his king is very weak. And
yeah, now this was the moment I was showing to the viewers that I was trying to figure out. The point is that he could bring another rook to save it.
Actually he was about to push e3, but then he changed his mind. I'm not sure why. But it does look scary. Like there are these lines with rook d8, king g7, rook c7, king f6. Sorry, not like this. Rook c8, king g7, rook d7, king f6, rook c6, something like this. Like with this hanging, but yeah, probably he has enough counter play with some rook a1, rook a2 stuff. But yeah, I think
now is dead loss.
Yeah, because rook g5 is the only move. I get h4 with a tempo because this is useful for h5, h6 mating.
Checkmate, yeah.
And he basically is so tied up because this rook can never come back to the back rank. Even if it comes back, it's still lost, but it doesn't even reach there. So yeah, I have a simple plan to push this or to attack this rook and border it. And he played this because in this position, if I go king h4, he wants to meet it with rook b5. But now I just push h6 and I go h7. And
you cannot take the pawn because of checkmate, and yeah.
Yeah, and there's this line, but if he goes rook d5, there's rook c8 mate, and if he goes rook c5, there's rook d8 mate.
Yeah. What do you think? Because you're doing really well. Sometimes, actually, people got worried in position. What you're up to, and maybe sometimes even if you make mistake, they're not sure what you are doing. So you have this self-confidence, which shows it has. How was your games? I mean, there was a roller coaster in the first round. Yesterday you were pushing a lot, but it was not enough.
Yeah, first one was certainly tough, but I was very pleasantly surprised to see he resigned in that final position.
What was the reason? He missed that queen d7 is check, or what? Or he thought that there is no defense?
Yeah, he just missed queen d7 existence, and But by then I was already happy because earlier I was even worse with no counterplay if he did not take FG4. And
did you spot this knight g1, this crazy stuff in the end?
knight g1, no, I did not.
You would,
I saw until the GS.
Okay. And yesterday's round against Bredke, yesterday's game.
Yeah, that was a complicated one. I thought I had many chances, but it turned out not as many as I thought during the game. And in the end, even he could push for the win, but maybe he didn't want to risk it.
Okay, Arjun, thanks for coming. Chat is screaming, viewers are always with that you will cross 28. There are a lot of Indian fans, so we are happy that you joined us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and good luck.
Thank you
in your
everyone
next.
for watching.